getting ready for Mini X. Just installed a BBR 132 kit. Got this Legacy Minis starter ring, goes on the flywheel. Saves over a pound. Thing is way lighter than the stock one, so we're gonna swap it out, see if we can get this thing to rev a little quicker. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna pull these 8mm off this cover for your oil temp sensor. Pull your cover. We're gonna pull shifter. Be sure to mark your shifter if you don't know where it goes. And then we're going to pull the 8mm around the flywheel cover. Shift shaft brace. If you don't have one of those, probably should get one. Move your wire to your oil temp sensor. You should probably really change or drain your oil. Be sure to grab your wire here. Try not to pull on it. Not that big a deal if you're going to replace a gasket, but I don't plan on replacing the gasket. So probably should drain the oil, but I'm trying not to lose all of my oil because I just put oil in it when I did the big bore kit. So now going to loosen these bolts up off the starter gear. Magnet makes that kind of a pain. Alright, now we're going to pull our flywheel nut, 14mm. I'm going to pull the washer just to give us a little more room when we pull this thing off. I'm going to screw the nut back on there so we don't mess up the end of the threads, the crankshaft. Just screw it on there flush. You'll have to have a 30 by 1.5 flywheel puller. Run that down. And this flywheel puller takes a 32mm wrench to hold it. So your 32mm wrench, 19mm socket. Pull your pull your starter gear. Now finish pulling your bolts out. There's a ring that we're replacing. We'll pop this piece out of your ring. New Legacy Minis ring. So, one's steel, one's aluminum. Like I said, drops almost a pound off your flywheel. I think actually over a pound. This one is, stock one is easily twice as heavy as the Legacy one. I got this one, I got the Legacy one from Keystone Cycle Parts. Gotten several things there. Normally get all my stuff from Factory Mini Bikes. If they have it, they did not have this piece, so Keystone it was. So we're going to wipe all this crap off of the back of the flywheel. Clean it up. So we'll take our ring, pop it in the new one. Don't forget some Loctite on your starter ring bolts. We're gonna line our keyway up. Washer, nut. We'll torque that in just a minute. So now I'm going to torque the flywheel nut 40 foot-pounds. These are 12 foot-pounds. So go ahead and torque them down. Okay, 12 foot-pounds. I may have said 40 foot-pounds. I don't remember. It's 40 Newton meters, 30 foot-pounds on the flywheel nut. So clean all your surfaces. New gasket if you got one. And while I am here, I am going to prime the timing chain tensioner. Got quite a bit of excess rattling when you start your bike up, usually because the timing chain tensioner does not have enough oil in there. Take out this little 10 millimeter behind the shifter, behind the shift shaft brace, if you've got a brace. So right here, syringe from Walmart. So fill it up with oil, stick it in the hole. Don't lose your little copper washer off the back of this either. It will leak. Snug it down. Okay. Now we are ready for starter gear. Back up on there like that. Put wires out of the way. Back on. Brace back on. Careful with these bottom ones if you've got a shift shaft brace, because you gotta go in a little at a time or you'll get them stuck. Temp sensor cover back on. All done. Don't forget to check your oil or fill it back up with oil if you drain the oil out of it. And top it off with a little bit of oil and go see how this thing runs. Won't make a difference in horsepower, but should get up in the RPMs quite a bit quicker, which is something these Hondas pretty well lacking. Alright guys, till next time, A lot of videos from Mini X coming, so that's next weekend. Keep an eye out.
I changed the spark plug at least a dozen times, but this piece of junk, no, it won't run right. Some old ass dude at the track told me mix that shit like 20 to 1 and ran some like